Good night. Welcome to Teleislas News with the most relevant and important information of the day. Several institutions are developing a project with resources from UNESCO and the Open Society Foundation, where they are working with the communities of the island and their ecosystems in search of their recovery and conservation.
Conference, a new vision for coast and beaches and the panorama of sargassum in the Caribbean, was given by Professor Rodolfo Silva of the Universidad Autónoma of Mexico, who has more than 35 years of experience in issues related to coastal zones in search of alternatives that allow the use of natural resources to solve environmental problems.
El mensaje es que nosotros.
The message is that we have the solutions on the island through listening to the local communities, talking to them to define solutions and implement them. For example, the water issue, where there are very simple solutions. I mean, farmers do not expect big infrastructure works, but with green infrastructure, which is what Professor Silva is a pioneer in these nature-based solutions, we can respond to many of the needs of the local communities.
Several activists for the protection of the department's ecosystems were present at the discussion, in addition to the fact that it was a conference transmitted virtually with members of the participating organizations. The main idea is to find natural alternatives to solve the environmental problems experienced in the archipelago.
Governor Everett Hawkins swears in the new press chief this afternoon, who have extensive experience in the media.
The new head of the press office, Sherry Lever, who is a social communicator and journalist specialist in communication strategies from the Sergio Alboreda University of Bogota, was sworn in today. The new press officer has worked as a journalist in the regional channel Teleislas, in Teleislas News, as assistant in other programs as news director. She has also been linked to the departmental administration since 2019. Lever made known her goals for this new position she assumes within the departmental government.
La idea es trabajar en conjunto con los medios de comunicación.
The idea is to work together with other media outlets and thus be able to show the work of the administration. We have many beautiful projects being carried out, and we hope that as time goes by, we can show the results to the community and that the media outlets are great allies.
In a joint operation between the National Navy and officials of the Departmental Social State Enterprise, they attended two fishermen who presented immersion sickness.
Divers from the Department of Diving and Rescue DEBUSA of the Colombian Navy worked together with the medical staff of the Clarence Lee Newball Departmental Hospital of San Andres for the operation of its hyperbaric chamber in the care of two rescued fishermen.
Support was provided to two artisanal fishermen who were suffering from a type 2 pressure illness. The transfer was made to the Hospital of San Andres through the Diving and Rescue Department. A diving supervisor and hyperbaric chamber operator was deployed to perform the procedures and treatments to safeguard the lives of these artisanal divers from Honduras.
For the rescue of the Honduran fishermen with diving illness, the ARC 20 de Julio and Naval Aviation units were used during a seizure of illegal fishing carried out in the last days by the Colombian Navy in Bajo Alicia.
And today in the morning hours, the license ceremony took place for the graduating Marines of Marine Infantry Battalion Number 11, where they successfully completed their time of service.
In the morning hours, the licensing ceremony of the 4th contingent of 2021 with high school graduates took place, where 62 young Marines graduated.
Estos infantes son de las diferentes regiones.
These Marines are from different regions of the country and were here for 12 months supporting the island community in all the welfare and humanitarian activities that were carried out on the island of San Andres.
On the other hand, the battalion commander indicated the capabilities of the young people serving as Marines.
Los infantes de Marina son...
The Marines are trained during their military service in different disciplines, among which they also receive technical and technological support to prepare them for their departure to civilian life. Some of them were able to take training courses such as first aid technicians or combat first responders, which is the course that we are conducting with our basic military care in the San Andres unit.
Finally, the graduate who obtained first place in his promotion gave his words of gratitude to the institution.
Tuve una gran experiencia.
I had a great experience in the Northern Keys, both in Surinese and Surinela, and for which I thank my superiors for having been able to be in those beautiful places. I want to thank everyone for all the advice and support, which allowed me to win the Juan Solar Medal.
This Saturday, September 17, several organizations have joined efforts to conduct a cleanup activity in the Sprat Bight.
In the commemoration of World Beach Day, the Temporary Union of San Andres Island and the Coralina Environmental Corporation are organizing a beach cleaning activity in Sprat Bight on the 17th of this month.
The project where we are working on has the objective of contributing to the environmental quality of Sprat Bight. For that, we are developing educational activities, also activities related to the management of solid waste. The activity of the 17th is born in the framework of the International Day of the Beaches. Therefore, we are going to develop an extensive cleaning activity in all of Sprat Bight beach area. Sprat Bight is an important site for the island. It is an engine of the local economy as well as a meeting place for the community, and at the same time an important strategic ecosystem. We hope that by many people will join us and help us to make this the cleanup day. Let's celebrate this World Day with cleaner beaches.
The Sprat Bight beach cleaning activities will start at 7:30 a.m. and will have as a meeting point the Bahia Sardina Hotel.
Regarding the speed bumps that were implemented near the Philip Beatman and Ruben Dario schools, some people from the community expressed their opinion.
Teleislas News went to the San Luis sector where the community expressed their opinion about the speed bumps that are being implemented in the area.
I believe that more better than the one than before because this one give more precaution so you can stop. But the next time what you used to do, the harass up your motorbike, your car, the bus. Sometimes the bus is not got no time to start, then jump over. You got people who might be in the bus, and then what happen when they do, they maltreat the baby them inside. But now with this one, you got more time if you can stop your motor and go over like if you come down through one hill.
No, for me that they're better than the next one because the next one mash up the motor and everything, but this one just can pass over it.
It is a more than necessary measure, understanding that there are other types of reducers on the road that do not fulfill their function because they are made of a material that is easily lifted and is observed by vehicles, and it is important that they begin to encourage and promote and create this type of practices because they are much safer for educational establishments, and it is good that it happens in other scenarios of the island.
The new speed bumps are being built outside the Philip Bittman, Livingston and Ruben Dario schools with the objective of protecting the road for the students that travel throughout the area, taking into account the high speeds at which vehicles drive on San Luis Road.
Now we continue with news of the municipality of Full Providence and Santa Catalina with Millicent O'Neill.
Good evening to all our viewers. This is the most relevant information from Full Providence and Catalina. 21 workers of the company Constructerra from the Providencia Consortium went to the Camp for Dignity in search of help because apparently they want to take them out from the island without paying them their contract settlement.
Reconstruction workers continue to claim their rights due to the lack of payment. The workers claim that they've tried to evacuate them from the island without giving them their severance pay.
We are not asking them to give us or to give away. We are asking them to give us our severance pay. We are not here just because we want to be here. We have a family in our house, but I also have my needs. I have my children, I have my wife, I have family to look after. I have a mother and at home who is waiting for me.
the workers took the opportunity to denounce what they consider to be abuses by the construction company.
They have mistreated them. They have practically violated their fundamental right. And I, as a representative of the Public Prosecutor's Office, I am intervening and I am helping the situation to see what solutions can be found. And so far, we're seeking a conciliation to see what can be done between the institutions.
Finally, the affected asked for the support of the community.
That the expert and accountant and the respective lawyers arrive here to collaborate with us and help us in this case, because it is only fair that we leave here with our money, because we are not asking for anything. We are demanding that they pay us and that they pay us as the law requires, nothing more.
Tomorrow, the parties involved will meet at the Camp for Dignity to seek a conciliation.
And with the support of the Municipal Secretariats of Social Development, Agriculture and Infrastructure, the Departmental Health Secretariat yesterday began a pest control campaign on the island.
For 4 days, a rodent control campaign is being carried out in the municipality. They're visiting house to house, placing coagulant poison for rats in kitchens, ceilings, and where there is evidence of rodents, in order to lower the amount of rats in houses.
We've got two objectives for control right now with the desertification. Control the population for the rat. That is one, because in 2021 we make a sense of we rat by the house. Them I would say some barrier that way is 100% with rat.
The Civil Healer program reports that there have been rodent attacks on humans.
In farm, and after the hurricane till now, they have farm for 8 to 10 aggression from rat to the human being. The rat transmit a sickness where you can call leptospirosis. If you no control in time, it can be mortal. So that is one of the biggest objectives what we do right now with the desertification, house by house, barrier by barrier.
After the installation of the bait, it should not be manipulated.
And the installation is this kind of way because we want for the rat eat the poison, we don't want to get on perfume. Your hand can't get on perfume, that's why we're using gloves and things like that. So if the rat get on perfume, you know why eat it, because it smells the human being, browns it and things. And to control for you know kill the domestic animal, them also like the post, dog, fowl, and things like that.
Only in completed houses. After the campaign is over, a final go-around will take place at the end of the month.
And this is all we have for tonight for the section of Old Providence and Catalina. Continue in San Andres, Lisa, with more Teleislas news. Good night.
Thank you, Millie. With news of the municipality, we reached to the end of the broadcast. See you tomorrow at 1 p.m. with more Teleislas news. Good night.